Are you trying to get your steps in? Forget the gym. There's a way more fun way to get exercise, and that's of course to be in the great outdoors. And in Cleveland, we are so lucky to have so many beautiful and scenic places with fresh air where you can get your steps in and enjoy nature. So today, we're going to look at 10 trails that have steps in and around the Cleveland area. Before we get started though, go ahead and hit like and subscribe so that you never miss your dose of nature in the city. Speaking of, what does it mean exactly to get your dose of nature in the city? Well, I'm not a medical expert, but there are numerous scientific studies that have been published recently that show that getting outside, exposure to nature, and exercise out in nature is really, really good for your health. It can even reduce things like anxiety and depression and boost your metabolism and all kinds of health benefits. So while you're at it, start planning out your next set of hikes, and I hope today this will help get you started and getting your steps in, out in nature and out in the great outdoors. Cleveland Metro Park's Rocky River Reservation is known for its Fort Hill stairs that traverse 155 steps along a cliff of Cleveland shale high above the Rocky River. Scenic views make this climb up worth it, but the crowds on weekends and during nice weather can be overwhelming. So keep watching to learn about the 9 other places I'll show you today where you can get your steps in. Coming down to the lake plain, you can enjoy scenic views of the downtown skyline high up on a 50-foot bluff, or enjoy the lapping waters of Lake Erie on a sandy beach as you weave up and down stairs along the lake shore area of Cleveland Metro Park's Huntington Reservation. A series of steps along the shoreline offers a great workout as you admire cliffs of chagrin shale, gulls and shorebirds on the rocks, and you can enjoy a stream of clear water coming from Porter Creek as it empties out into the vastness of Lake Erie. Huntington Beach is one of the only large lakefront parks in Cleveland's west suburbs. Jordan Creek Park in Lake Metro Parks preserves a major tributary stream to the Grand River. You can fully immerse yourself in this nearly pristine stream valley by descending the steps into the creek's gorge. Cascading falls with clear water surrounded by deep hemlock forest will make you feel miles away from civilization. Near the top of the steps is an active research site where scientists are working to prevent hemlock woolly adelgid, an invasive scale insect that is killing native eastern hemlock trees. The steps are a steep climb down and back up, but well worth the level of immersion into nature. There are also several other staircases in the park that will offer a great experience getting down and up into the creek's valley and really immersed in the beautiful and deep forest of this unique park operated by Lake Metro Parks. There's no better place in the Cleveland area to connect with nature than the steps that lead down into the Stoney Brook Gorge in Lake Metro Park's Penitentiary Glen Reservation. Some say the gorge itself was named for the fact that it is so steep that it is easy to get in, but hard to get out, like a penitentiary. The steps down into the gorge are not too steep. And you'll want to spend some time meditating as you watch Stoney Brook meander and cascade as it makes its way peacefully down the Portage Escarpment to the east branch of the Chagrin River. If you're looking to stay in the city, why not consider an urban hike? The Turkey Ridge Steps on the Case Western Reserve University campus offer a slice of nature in a very urbanized university campus setting. The roof-enclosed steps connect the lower campus with residential buildings above, and you'll ascend a heavily wooded hillside known as Turkey Ridge. Here, the extreme western edge of the Appalachian foothills drops suddenly into the lake plain below. Turkey Ridge is one of the hidden gems in the city that is shown in my Natural Features in Unexpected Places video, which I'll link in the description below. Primarily built during the 1930s by the Works Progress Administration, the various stone staircases in Cleveland Metro Park's Garfield Park Reservation provide access to the Wolf Creek Stream Valley and the newly restored boating pond. The stairs connect paved pathways with more rustic natural surface trails that wind in and out of mature woodlands, making it easy to forget that all of this is in the middle of Garfield Heights, an urban suburb. Woodpeckers can be seen or heard in the mature forest around, while fish and other wildlife can sometimes be seen around the pond and stream. Garfield Park is a popular place to get your steps in, and be sure to check out the restored pond and stairs as well as the brand new boathouse. One of the newest features of Cleveland Metro Park's Euclid Creek Reservation is the Eastern Ledge Trail. Beginning at the Welsh Woods picnic area, the trail crosses the dramatic shale bedrock gulch of Euclid Creek before beginning its gentle ascent up. The steps here are well spaced apart and the trail is generally easy to do, especially considering that you'll go up over 100 feet. At the top, you'll get a well-earned and dramatic view of the Euclid Creek Valley below. The Henry Church Rock Loop Trail in Cleveland Metro Park's South Chagrin Reservation offers the best balance of a good challenge with great scenery with accessibility. The rustic yet elegant steps lead you down and back up a scenic gorge along the Aurora branch of the Chagrin River, a state scenic river. The site is famous for the rock carving by local 19th century artist Henry Church. The steps themselves blend seamlessly with the Berea sandstone cliffs, which are adorned with mosses and ferns. Double Decker Falls is a cascading waterfall whose sights and sounds will reinvigorate your spirit in this wonderfully wild and well-preserved place. Near the intersection of Delaware Drive and North Park in Cleveland Heights lies an abandoned sandstone quarry. Here, steps lead down into the Doan Brook Gorge, a rustic and rugged stream valley right in the middle of the city. The steps themselves were likely quarried from the Berea sandstone cliffs nearby. Mosses and small ferns adorn these cliffs, and it's worth getting a great workout in by hiking around the gorge itself. Check out my video, Down into the Doan Brook Gorge, which I'll link in the video description below. Last but not least, the Buckeye Trail from the Boston Mills Visitor Center to Blue Hen Falls in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park is one of the most challenging hikes in the region. So, be sure to have sturdy shoes or hiking boots and a bottle of water with you before you go. The trail goes up 580 feet with hundreds of steps along the way. The climb up the valley wall is well worth it though, as a picturesque sandstone waterfall awaits you. A tributary stream to the Cuyahoga River tumbles over an overhang of Berea sandstone with softer Bedford shale underneath. A small overlook comes just off the trail for a nice rest after a steep hike up. Well, there you go. That's 10 places around the Cleveland area where you can get your steps in outside in nature. If you're looking for some hikes that are a little less intense, or you need something that's a little more accessible, check out my video, Accessible Scenic Overlooks, which I'll link in the video description below. Are there places with steps that you like to go to? What other ways do you like to get your exercise? And do you do it in the great outdoors, or do you stick with the gym? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks again for watching. My name is Alex, and I'm your CLE Urban Naturalist.